Hello and happy Friday. It is January 12th. I am MJ and this is a general reading for the collective. And today I'm using my Raven's Dream Tarot. This deck is on its second printing, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported the first printing, as well as those of you who are supporting the second printing of this deck, because this is one of my favorite decks to use, and just knowing that it's out there in the world just makes this artist tarot mama very, very happy. All right, let's dive in here and see what we have going on energetically speaking. The first card I'm going to pull is that energy that's influencing us. It's the energy behind our mood, our decisions. It impacts how we perceive this upcoming situation on the horizon, how we respond to it. Then we'll take a look at the outside influence that's coming in. How does that energy impact the situation? What does it bring to the party? And how does it blend with this influencing energy? Then we'll wrap it all up with some words of advice. Alrighty. So starting us off here for this fine Friday. Ooh, we have this energy. Okay, guys, did you see this? The Six of Swords is playing a very important role this week. I feel like that is the card of the week, the Six of Swords. All right, so this energy that we're starting off here with is one where we're on this journey, right? We're traveling away from a time that may have been difficult, an experience that, we've acknowledged needed to come to an end, and it's time to move on to heal. It's time to embrace this shift, this change. This card might also indicate that you are physically traveling. Maybe you're surrounded by that energy of actual movement, of traveling, via plane or train or automobile. Maybe you're going on a cross-country trip. And the energy that you're feeling is one that is connected to the open road. But having this energy influencing us today, it's kind of this low-level hum. It's like, it's not, there's no excitement, It's not like you're like, woo, it's Friday, But at the same time, you're not, feeling miserable either. You're not in the state of despair with the Six of Swords. It's just is. Life is just is. And it's okay, because you're moving away from perhaps something that may have not been so great to something that at least at the end of the day holds some promise. That you're healing. So however this journey looks for you, whether it be a physical journey where you're actually traveling or one that's internal, you're moving away from something that, although you might hold some regrets about, you're moving into a better position. And it might be a long journey, but I was gonna say a slog, but it's okay. It's things are okay, All right, so let's see what the situation is. What's coming up? Where are we going? Where does this journey take us? Oh, wow. All right. Well, the journey is taking us to the Tower. Well, I feel like I'm having deja vu. So the Tower, what we have going on here is a shift. We have a change that is on the horizon, and not all changes are bad. And I feel like I know that we had this in what day was it? It was either Monday or Tuesday with the Tower with unfinished business. Anyway, in this exact same position. So let's talk about this Tower, because it's really not scary. It doesn't have to be scary. It is change. But I guess that inherently is scary. Change that we have that is influenced by this energy of the Six of Swords is going to feel maybe a bit unsettling, right? Because you're moving away from something that you really didn't want to have to move away from, but you need to, right? It's like one of those things where you're like, oh God, it's for the best. But then all of a sudden, bam, you get hit with the Tower. You get hit with a change. And that can feel very, like I said, unsettling, where you're on a course, you think that you're in this place of recovery, and then you get thrown a curveball. And the issue here with this Tower is that it's not there to disrupt your life in a negative way. It's there to course correct you. So if you think about you're on this journey, let's go to this trip metaphor here, and you're on the road and you're going in the wrong direction, well, the Tower is going to come in and it's going to force you to change direction. It's going to force you to move in a new direction. And although you might feel like, but wait, I wanted to go that way. That's the direction I wanted to go in. But that might not be the direction that is best for you at this time. And so the Tower is coming in to disrupt things. It's a disruptor. And there's no good or bad, there just is. And recognizing that it's an opportunity to rebuild. And maybe, you know what, and having this energy of the Six of Swords influencing you, maybe you actually might feel like, well, I'm rebuilding anyway. I'm on this journey. I'm starting over. I'm in this healing process. Why not just add something else to it so that, I can make sure that the journey is one that at the end of the day I can say was a success. So let's see who's showing up. Who's coming to this party? I guess it all depends on how this journey to recovery looks for you. You might approach this Tower as a welcome change, right? As a sign that you are moving in the right direction because things are breaking down. Things are forcing you to realize something wasn't working or that something had come to an end. It's like you might get that giant, that epiphany because of this Tower. And it's not necessarily one that's unwelcomed because you're already in the Six of Swords. So depending on how you interpret your Six of Swords moment or that energy, how it's influencing you, you might approach the Tower as well, yeah, duh, that makes sense. Of course I'm going to go through some change right now. I'm going through a healing process. So let's see. Who's showing up at our door? The Nine of Wands. All right. So this energy that's coming in, this person that's coming in, they might bring with them a message or an understanding that you're exhausted. They too might be exhausted. Overall, maybe the whole situation may have reached this point where everyone just needs to take a break. And because we have this giant shift happening, because we're being influenced by this forward momentum, albeit slowly, we're not moving quick here, but we are moving in the right direction. Whoever this is that's coming in with this Nine of Wands, they may be feeling like they're at their end, like at the end of the situation, and they're exhausted. They can't do anymore. And they might not necessarily be the most supportive person, or they might not
offer much support here as you're going through this shift, because they're already kind of spent, and they might see, and here's the thing too, is that because they're already in a state of exhaustion, they might see this tower not as an opportunity to rebuild, but yet another threat to what they've been trying to build, what they've been trying to work on. And so where you might enter the situation looking at this like as, hey, now I have this opportunity to start fresh. I have an opportunity to move forward and build the way I want to build things. I'm moving away from a situation that doesn't fulfill me, or I need to heal from something that, didn't work the way I wanted it to work, or it left me feeling a little bit wounded, but now I'm recovering from that, and here's this great opportunity. So I know I say that with the tower, but it can be a great opportunity to start fresh and to build the way you want to build that strong foundation built on things that will support you, on your beliefs, on what makes you feel comfortable. And then here we have this person or this energy coming in that is saying, well, wait, this is going to threaten all this hard work that I've put in. What are you doing? Why are you embracing this tower? Why aren't you with me? Why aren't you, why aren't you trying to fight for what we've worked so hard on? And so you might meet some friction here with this energy of the Nine of Wands, because in their exhaustion, they're not seeing the opportunity that the tower brings, because they have already reached their limit, right? They just can't do anymore. And they're so close to the end, and they just want to see whatever it is finished. Meanwhile, you're on a different path. So let's see what the advice is here. At least that's the story that I'm picking up. And again, we all interpret things differently. So when you look at these cards, maybe you pick up something that's unique to your story, right? Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work here with the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a nicely rounded as far as energy goes. So here with this Three of Pentacles, it's easier to do things when you work with other people. It's easier sometimes, big tasks, especially if you need to rebuild with a tower. If you need to lay down a foundation, you might have the blueprint in mind. You might have the plans for what you want to see constructed in your head. You might be the genius behind it, but you also need people who can help you, and who might bring something to the table that you don't offer or you don't have, right? Maybe they have a skill or they have a perspective that will lend itself valuable. It might open new opportunities. And what I'm seeing here is that although this energy that's coming in, this external influence of the Nine of Wands, this person who might not who just might not have another bit of energy to give to you right now, they're done. They're close to being spent. You can either encourage them to find that extra boost, to get that adrenaline rush going, to feel inspired again, to give it one last push. Or you might have to consider that it's time to look elsewhere and to find other people who can help you rebuild, because this is all about you moving into a state of recovery, and you need people who are going to support you and who bring something new to the table, or who bring at least something that will help you restructure and move forward from this time of change. And that's what you have happening here with the situation. There is a giant shift happening here, and bringing other people into the fold who have skills, that is going to make a huge difference on how sturdy or how stable you rebuild after this tower. And if somebody's exhausted, if they've reached their end, it might be more difficult. So lean on those who support you, who bring something to your situation, who are there to help you heal. Peace, love, I'll see you later.